Oh, we're live. Here we are. Whoa, wasn't even ready for that. Wasn't even ready for that. All right, look, y'all. Y'all know what time I go live, man. I'm not finna play no games. And if you don't know what time I'm going live, you got a problem. You should know what time I'm live. Welcome to the stage of history. I am your illustrious host, Kevin Uncanny Anytime. Listen up, y'all. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do for y'all. Okay. I'm going to, I'm about to dive into some scriptures for y'all, man. Because you need to hear this. Okay. You need to understand this type of stuff that's going on. I haven't really heard people talk about this just yet. Okay. Because this type of stuff is important to pay attention to really see what's going on out here. You got to really try and pay attention to what God is trying to show you. You got to really pay attention to it. Okay. And I'm going to do my best to help you to do that. Okay. So, look, we going to go into the account of Luke because that's what I've been. Something told me, look, man, you got to dive into the scriptures, dude. You got to dive into the scriptures and start getting it in. So, the other day, I was listening to, I believe it was John, and then the book of John the Baptist. And then I yesterday was looking at Luke, or was listening to. I've been listening to these books through audio, and something incredibly interesting that I came across yesterday that I want to bring to y'all attention. Okay, I want you to really try and make sense of this. You're not supposed to play games with belief. So if you truly feel like God has commissioned you to do something, you're not believing it, and I'm talking to myself. If you believe that God has commissioned you to do something and you don't follow through with that belief and you don't build your faith in that, you're gonna have an issue. There's gonna be some form of consequence that comes along with that. Okay. And so, yeah, get ready for this. Okay. Get ready for this. So let's see here. Let me go right to the yeah. Here we go. Right here. Real quick. Real quick. All right. So the gist of the story is where I'm gonna give you the gist of the story so far. Okay. An angel came down to John's dad, to John the Baptist's dad, right before he was born. He like, hey, you about to have a kid. And first of all, when and the dad's name is Zechariah. Zechariah be like, he sees an angel, right? And he's like, whoa, what is that? It says when he sees, look, let me read that. Let me read. It says Jehovah's angel appeared to him standing at the right side of the incense altar. But Zechariah became troubled at the sight, and he was overcome with fear. So you see something, right? You see something out there, and you like, yo, what is that? What is that? He's like, what is that? Okay, so let's because this is what we're supposed to do. This is meditating on God's word. This is really trying to dive into the situation. You got to feel how these people are feeling, right? You say you go, you do your thing by the altar all the time. This is your ritualistic place where you go to, you pray, you meditate, you do all of that stuff, right? Yes, baby. I know. I'll come later to your school. Okay, give me a kiss. All right. You have a good day. Go ask your mom to finish you, help you getting dressed. Okay. I'll see you a little bit later. I'll put some money on your card for lunch, okay? All right. So let's dive into this situation, y'all. Okay? So, Jehovah's angel appeared to him standing at the right side of the altar. It says appeared to him, right, appeared to him standing at the right side of the incense altar. But Zechariah became troubled at the sight and was overcome with fear. Now, the angel recognizes this. He's like, hey, don't be afraid, Zechariah, because your supplication has been favorably heard, and your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you are to name him John. Now, check this out, y'all. Okay. Because at this time, Zechariah is old. He like old. He old, right? Past to where he like, oh no, I ain't finna have no kids. Right? He thinking that. Like, I ain't finna have no kids. Me and Elizabeth ain't finna have no kids. But let's try and picture how this is going. Something appears to you, right? To where you decipher that's an angel. And it tells you, oh yeah, no, it's all good. Don't trip. But this is what's about to go down. You about to have a son, and this is what you gonna name him. Right? So you sitting there, you like, you okay. And you're like, all right. The very next thing, he tell him some other stuff, but that's not the point. He tell him some other stuff that's supposed to go down with that. But the main point in this is that Zechariah said to the angel, how can I be sure of this? For I am old and my wife is well along in years. Now, this dude was like, yo, I was sent by the Most High. It's okay. He was overcome with fear, first of all. He's overcome with fear. He's like, whoa, this is not normal. You automatically think, okay, something's up, right? You're overcome with fear, but then it tells you something that you're scared of, that you are like, this is definitely not of this world. And it's like, don't be scared, but this is what you need to do. And then you question it. Then he questioned it. And he was like, hey, but we old though. So here's what here's what happens. This messed me up yesterday. I was like, yo, what does that mean? So here's what messed me up. So after Zechariah's like, dude, we old, man. How's that gonna work? In reply, the angel said to him, I am Gabriel who stands near before God, and I was sent to speak with you and to declare this good news to you. But look, you will be silent and unable to speak until the day these things take place, because you do not believe my words, which will be fulfilled in their appointed time. Now, I want you to sit on that. I really want you to sit on that information. Okay. I'm going to wrap it up right there. Okay. The angel Gabriel come through, yeah, peaceful. It's all good. Don't be scared. Right. This, there's so many different things that go through my head when I'm capturing this information. And I want you to truly understand this, because there's a lot of times, and a lot of this is going to be coaching for myself. There's a lot of times where it's like, oh yeah, here I am. Okay, God send me. I got it. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Right. But then you start switching up in the doubt zone, and you start getting scared, and you start getting fearful, because what? Because the physical representation of what's going on ain't showing you that right away, which is exactly what Zechariah was going through. He like, huh? I'm old though. But I'm old though. But here something appears to you. He's like, yo, I sit at the right hand of the Most High, and I'm telling you this is what's gonna go down. So in a way, here's God's position, right? Here's the angel's position. He like, oh, you don't believe, dog? Well, this is twofold. This is twofold. One fold, he's like, oh, you tripping. So you gonna have to be punished because of that. Just a little bit. It's a little reprimand. It's not really heavy. You ain't gonna be able to talk. You ain't gonna be able to talk because you didn't even believe. So now I'm gonna really, really, really make you believe. Because you ain't even gonna be able to talk after this. And tell me how you gonna explain that. Right? That's one thing. The other thing is because you didn't believe it, because he didn't initially believe what the words were, that is a consequence of not believing what you feel or what you know to be true. And it's like, okay, in a way, now let's dive into this human wise, y'all. Let's dive into this human wise, right? Because it's like, okay, I see something that's like, oh, that's tripped out. Okay, whoa, this is tripped out. This figure comes in. Okay, this angel is right here. All right. But then he tell me some stuff, and it's like he automatically went into doubt. That's why I know, because that's why I know we're not designed to think negative. We're not designed to be doubtful. God didn't design us like that. And because of that, because of his lack of belief and his doubt of what was to occur, he like, you gonna have to feel this a little bit more than regular. So I'm gonna shut you all the way up. You're not even gonna be able to say nothing because you let doubt creep in. And it ain't doubting your own self, because that's what you started thinking. You start thinking on your own capabilities. You old. I ain't come here and say none of that. I ain't say nothing you had to nothing. I said this is what's going to happen. And you go into the realm of, but I'm old. So again, the second fold is you leaning on your own understanding and not listening to what I'm telling you. And I'm like, yo, this is I don't even think I really got past that, because my brain wouldn't get past that. I'm like, yo, this is ridiculously deep. Just that part alone, I was stuck. I'm like, dog, if the consequences of not believing in just that, in just something that you are told that is going to happen, if those are the consequences, that's why, man, Jesus was like faith of a mustard seed, y'all. A mustard seed, and you can move mountains. We have zero, y'all. We have zero faith, y'all. And it takes a ridiculous amount of practice and study and belief and faith to build your faith, to build your spiritual foundation. Otherwise, you really ain't got none. You really ain't got none. And they know that. Jesus came down here and he knew that. That's why he said that. That's why that's a thing. That's why it's written that if you have faith of a mustard seed, you'd be able to move mountains, because we have zero, y'all. And again, I'm talking to myself too. I'm over here, I'm tripping, I'm moving. I got all of these fears, the money, the blah, blah, blah. And I'm putting up scriptures. And one of the scriptures that I put up is anything too ridiculous for Jehovah? Is anything too ridiculous for God? Can he not did he not create a tree? Did he not create the laws that govern the universe? And you tripping over some stuff that humans constructed? It's like, what happened, Kev? What happened, dog? What happened to you? What happened to you, man? It's like Peter when he was like, yo, Peter, come out here. And he like, no, you got to call me out here, man. Cause I'm like, he like, okay, come out here. And then he come out here, but then he start falling. Why? Because of here. Because of the mindset. Because he start implementing doubt He starts seeing the waves and he starts seeing the storm. He like, yo, oh no. And what did Jesus say when he pulled him out? You, come on, man. You got little faith, dog. Let me help you up. That's why it's incredibly important, y'all. This mission that I'm on, man, I ain't this is what I'm saying. Like, okay, God, like, okay, Kev, you said you want to go super. You want to go super? You want to really see what that look like? Okay. Here's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to rely on me more than anything else. Period. Period. You're not gonna see, you're not gonna know, you're not gonna understand anything of how this is gonna transpire. But is anything too extraordinary for me? Is there anything too extraordinary for God? Can I tell you how a tree is formed? Can I tell you how gravity it works? How the laws are put in place perfectly? How the sun comes up on time all the time? Can I tell you that? No. And I'm over here tripping about this construct of reality that we created. And that's why I'm so adamant about changing the way we think. Because this is nonsense. This is nonsense. For us to have to wake up on a planet that is ours, that is our home, already gifted to us by God, not by other dudes talking about, yo, this is my land. You're going to have to pay me to be on it. That makes zero sense. They way above their station. Way above their station. This ain't yours. So I'm going into the realm of being like, yo, I'm looking for that's why I said I'm looking for the legends, man, because most of these cats, man, Paul, Peter, John, Matthew, all of them died. All of them died because they was pushing this mission. Like, look, y'all, this is messed up. We gotta no, we're not thinking right. I'm like, look, man, we can live as men or we can die, or we can die as men, right? We can die as men or we can live as legends. I'm like, I'm done with the straight basic. I'm done with the construct of how they set up what's legendary. These people talking about, oh, I got all this money and this, that, and the other. That means nothing. Zero. It means nothing at all. Why? Because humans designed this silly monetary system that we have now and decided to create some type of oh, you're valuable because you have these numbers behind you. What kind of sense does that make? Zero. It makes zero sense, y'all. So I'm fighting this battle in my head of like, dang, okay, it's like I need it because this is how everything is set up, but I'm not finna rely on it because I'm doing my utmost to rely on God and knowing that He got me. That's the only reason why I'm able to sustain myself right now because I spent the last 5 years building something and demonstrating my faith, and God rewarded me for it. That's why I ended up getting equity, and I have this time to try and impart my information to you guys. That's why I'm allotted this time. It ain't because of the company, it's because God was like, look, this is me giving you time. This is me giving you some time to really figure out what you're trying to do here. We have to tap into what our true gifts are. We have to tap into who we truly are. That is what happened 5 years ago. I'm in my room. I come in from work and I'm like, dude, I'm finna say a prayer. I'm like, God, it's gotta be a way I can get paid to just be me. It's gotta be a way I can be sustained to just be me. That's what started the Jesus journey of me really diving into what he was talking about, how he was living. That's what made me be like, "No, wait, hold on though. Hold up, because this dude was getting around with no problem. What does that mean?" He telling people, "Yo, the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." I'm like, "I'm testing that out. I'm testing that one out. Like, let me continue to dive into what he was doing, what he was trying to help people to understand. Let me continue to dive into that and live accordingly, and then be like, yo, God, you said you feed the birds of the heavens. You said they don't be tripping on nothing. And they got housing, they got the shelter that they need, they got the food that they need, and they're good." And I'm like, what is really going on here? What is really going on here in this life, y'all? Are we paying attention? Or are you just being indoctrinated in the rat race of the nonsense? Yep, got to get a job. Yep, rents due. Yep. Oh, Kev, that sound good. That sound good, man. But I'm not finna jeopardize my health for blah blah blah. But what happened to Zechariah though? He like, oh yeah, what you saying sound good, but I'm old. All right, well you gonna have to be silent. You gonna have to be silent until these things happen. And then after John was born, then he was able to talk. It said the whole camp was like, "Yo, what just happened? What just happened? How does that work?" Now we can dive into there's no signs like that no more. There's no direct communication like that no more. But it's like, I don't know, man. There'd be some tripped out stuff, man. It'd be some tripped out stuff that I'd be seeing through all this technology, through these social media platforms. And I got a decision to make. I got a decision to make with everything that's put in my reality, my perception. All of these things saying, "Yo, God got you. Yo, God gonna do this for you. Hey, God coming for you. He got a big plan for you. This, that, and the other." I have a choice to be like, "These people, man, they don't know what they talking about," or I got a choice to believe it, or I have a choice to believe it. That's why The Matrix was a documentary, y'all. That's why The Matrix was a documentary. Is because that's technically what this was all about. At the end of the movie, when he turned around and he like, "Man, this is no, dude. You know what? I'm finna face Agent Smith." Trinity said, "What is he doing?" Because they're so indoctrinated. Even the ones that are free, they think they free. They think they free, but they really ain't using this. She said, "What is he doing?" He said, "He's beginning to believe." That's what I'm saying, y'all. This is a much larger issue than me just trying to get people into the institute. But y'all scared though. But y'all scared though. You like, oh well, no, maybe Kev just trying to blah blah blah. It's like, nope, nope. And it's my system is really hard. It's really difficult. This what I've built is not easy. It's not easy. But and also what I've built is literally a way of life. I see that now. I'm like, dang, days I don't meditate, I'm like, I'm off. I'm off. This system that I've built, y'all. Only one person been through it so far, man. Only one person has been through it besides myself so far. That's how hard it is. It's been about 9, 10 people that's attempted to go through it. and it's only been one person that's been through it since its inception, because it's not easy. But I guarantee you the benefits that you will receive from it, the awareness that you will receive from it will change your life, because you're not tapping into yourself like that. You're not tapping into yourself like that. Nobody is. And so, yeah. So when it's minimal people on the live, when it's minimal views on the YouTube, and minimal interactions on the social media, I'm like, dog, what is that's what that it's like that little doubt creep in, like, dog, what is going on, dude? How does this? But I'm like, nah, man, it ain't. If I believe I'm one of the rarest individuals on the planet, and then in turn I'm trying to look for people like that, it's gonna be a hot minute. It's gonna be a hot minute before I really find people. And then once what's gonna irritate me though, and I already know I'm trying to prepare my mind for this. What's gonna irritate me is once this take off, a whole bunch of people gonna jump on thinking it's sweet, and I'm gonna be like, yo, it's not sweet. It's not sweet. This ain't something that's just be a part of the clique. I'm literally trying to activate your legend inside you. I'm literally lighting the beacon of hope inside of you. And most people are not trying to do that. Why? Because it's freaking scary, dude. It's scary. All of this stuff that I'm doing is scary. Going against the grain, saying, nope, not going back to corporate. Nope, I'm going to come live every Tuesday and Thursday. Nope, I'm not getting paid for that. But I'm going to keep coming on here to try and help people to open their awareness so that they know how powerful they are and that they can do whatever they decide to do. And I'm like, yeah, it's rough. It's rough to do it. To be one of the pioneers to institute that way of living is rough, because we're going against the construct of reality. When people were designing cars, do you think it was easy at first for them to change people's minds? Yo, don't buy horses, buy this mechanical thing that has no real life into it. But it does have life. It does have life though. That's a whole another conversation. It 100% has life. But when everybody was buying horses, do you think everybody jumped on right away? Like, oh yeah, let's do this. When they like, no, we have a living, breathing thing that we take care of that makes sense because it keeps us more connected to the earth and the animals. And why would we trade that for this machine that seems lifeless? Over time, eventually, as they continue to see the progression, which is why it's so important for me to continue to refine this process, to refine my the institute and the program, then it'll start making sense. And yeah, yeah. Just think about that stuff that I talked about today, y'all. Just really think about that, because that tripped me out. I'm like, dang, I'm still gonna have to meditate on it. I'm still gonna have to think about it, because I'm like, wait, what is going on, dude? Dude said no, because you didn't believe, you ain't gonna be able to talk. So that was like 9 months of just dude couldn't talk. He was mute. But then the baby's born, and all of a sudden your speech returned to you. What is going on? What is going on? So yeah. So yeah, y'all. Look, I got books out here that has a lot of my thoughts and information. Okay. One of them is this: Focused Thoughts. Okay. This is what I have into the next program. Focused Thoughts is a book that I created that has my deep, deep thinking thoughts, and in tandem, with my thoughts, it is a hyper focused success journal that I encourage you that see against all odds. See that? Your thoughts. I encourage you to write your thoughts next to it. Focused Thoughts. Um yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's a grind, and it's, again, it's not for the weak. It's not for the people who don't believe. Like I said, I'm having a hard time sometimes building my faith in this, and building my faith in God, and really trusting Him, and being like, "Yo, man, why you give me this vision, dude? Ain't nothing popping." And he like, "You gotta wait, dude. It's a lot of stuff that's gotta happen, and you gotta trust me that I'm working to get this going. But you also gotta trust me that I'm showing you what you need to work on at the same time." And I'm just like, "All right, man." Not easy, y'all. It's not easy. But I'm telling you, that stuff that I told you today opened my eyes. I'm like, dang, dude, that's what I'm doing. I'm over here like, I'm old though, man. How's that gonna happen? Literally, and I got the vision. I got the structure is all built. And I'm still questioning it. What are you questioning, dog? Mindset matters, man. It's gonna be global. It's gonna be all over the planet. And everybody's gonna be saying mindset matters. So yeah. Let's take a look here. See, there's a few comments that came through. Um, thank you for always showing up, Chris, man. You a beast, dude. I really appreciate you, man. And you have so much going on and everything, dude. Um, you have so much going on, bro. You got so much going on, bro. This right here, man. Yeah, I truly, truly appreciate you, bro. From everything that you got going on in the background, dog, that we've talked about, you're a beast, bro. I hope you know that, dog. I really do, man. I really hope you understand that, man. You're freaking legendary, bro. And I promise you, dog. I promise you, you are going to be known in this. If you want to be. If you want to be, dog. But yo strength is not it's not normal, dog. It's not normal, man. It's not. And that's how you built. You just built different, dude. And that's I'm always inspired by you, dude. And I really appreciate you for being here, dog. Straight up. Um yeah, let's see. People don't believe that there are things like that, but I promise you there's still miracles going on every day. Yep. Yeah. I be man, it's crazy, dude, because I this again, it's like the stuff I be looking at, and it's like I'm diving into the physicality of these people, and I'm like, I don't know them. What are they doing? Are they doing things? Are they living right? Blah blah blah. And it's like I'm not taking hold to the messages though. The messages that's coming through, dog, is powerful, bro. And I'm like, am I the only one seeing this? But then I look and it's like the likes, and you kind of comparing, you like, well, a whole bunch of people saw this. So it's a message for a whole bunch of people. It ain't just me. I want it to be just me. Like, why can't it just be just me though? Just give me one. Just let me be the only one. Right? But that's part of the problem out here. That's part of the problem is that we're not willing to share the um the magnificence. We're not willing to share the magnificence, man. Yeah, I got a lot to think about, man. But yeah, yeah, those who have ears to hear this message is incredibly important. I appreciate you, Zach. I thank you for saying that. Um, again, this is just biblical account stuff, and me making sure that I continue to show up for the vision and the mission that I feel that God has commissioned me to do. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna continue to do. Right. But yeah, quality, brother. People that will see. The masses is not what it's about. Same with Christianity. The ones will see the truth. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all sticking with me, dude, and being here on this live and really being consistent with me, dude. Like that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And again, I'm gonna do my utmost to dive into these. Something just told me was like, dude, no, dive into you gotta dive back into the scriptures, bro. You gotta dive back into the scriptures. So now that we in the power of hearing in the program, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm only gonna listen to the scriptures going forward. Like for this last part of this week, I'm really finna hone in on that. And then I'm probably gonna carry it over because I'm like, so I don't know. That was the feeling I had. Something just was like, this is what you need to start doing, dude. Like dive into Luke, dive into John, dive into Matthew, dive into Mark, and really, really go back into, what this is all about. I'm like, all right, okay. All right. But yeah, always remember, guys, always remember that mindset matters more than anything else. Okay. Focus on the good. Focus on the good, y'all. And again, look out for these. There's links in the description on the YouTube channel. Focus Thoughts is one of my books. I also have another book called The Magnificent You, which has 6 pieces of advice. That's another hyper focused success journal, but it only has 6 pieces of advice. I encourage you, as you go through the journal and you write down your journaling, to read a piece of advice every day. That's something else that I'm going to also implement into the program, something that Figs brought to my awareness that was incredibly important. Something that she quoted, she said, it was interesting because even though it's only 6 pieces of advice, some days she would read a piece of advice and it would be the advice that she needed for that day, even though it was only 6. So that's pretty tripped out. And again, all glory goes to God for that process, because I don't even remember how I got it all together and constructed it and all of that stuff. Even with this focus thoughts. But yeah. Yeah, appreciate you guys being on here again. We will see you again next time. I'm actually heading out of town in a couple weeks, so we'll see how the lives go and things like that. But working on the program, working on different things, and I will do my utmost to continue to open our awareness with these conversations. Right. All right. So appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Yeah, I don't have any other announcements besides that. Yeah, almost through October. Got some lines, got some mess ups in the retention program, but we're gonna keep pushing forward. All right. Have a fantastic rest of the day, y'all. Anytime.